Welcome back to Confessions from the Couch. We are your three favorite hosts, Laisha,
Liv.
And Mira.
Last week, we discussed situationships. We provided our definition of what a situationship is, our personal experiences, and how we can redefine situationships. This week, we'll be talking about relationships with yourself.
Building a strong relationship with yourself is very important. At what age do you start building a relationship with yourself?
So I think I started building a relationship with myself in elementary school. I was bullied, so it obviously, like, being bullied, you have to kind of come to yourself and have conversations or just realize and recognize how you feel. So since like that happened, like, I just talked to myself a lot, like, well, why is this happening, this and this, and like I ended up building a relationship with myself through that.
Mm-hmm. Mine was similar, but I think I started building a relationship with myself in middle school. And that's like, well, we call it junior high. So that's like the ages of preteen years. I'm a chubby little thing. People didn't like it. Like, chubby kids was not it.
Little kids are mean.
Like, they were, like, I was bullied. And it was really bad to the point where I used to come home crying. Like, but I realized then, like, after having those conversations with my grandmother, like, you have to like yourself. So I had to start liking me for me because I wasn't going to change. And other people definitely wasn't going to change how they viewed or see me. So that was that.
Okay.
You would think that people would start building a relationship with themselves probably towards when they're coming to adulthood, just for the simple fact that, like, during junior high school, especially during high school itself, you're making friends, you're trying to fit in with other people, and you're really not finding you. You're just trying to conform into, like, other groups. So I would personally say probably college. I was now trying to build a relationship with myself. It was like the first time of me having my own space and, just being isolated from, people, just to probably get to know the things that I actually like. So, yeah.
So I feel like I agree with both of you. I think I recognized what a relationship with myself was in elementary school, but I didn't actually try to put effort until I was in, like, college, because I had free time and it's like, oh, I like this, I like that, and that was me building that relationship with myself.
I think at different ages you see different things, right? So
Yeah.
we all said, like, it was basically childhood age, like a childhood range of when we started to build a relationship with ourselves. But I honestly think when it comes down to it, you don't do that until adulthood. Like, you don't grasp the whole concept of it until you are an adult. And it's literally like, I'm going to be on this earth and I have to look at me every day. I don't want to hate who I am every day. So you have to, I guess it's like recognizing as an adult, this is what I'll tolerate. Not even tolerate, I don't want to tolerate anything in life. This is what I'm willing to put forth in order to have a relationship with myself.
When building a relationship with yourself, there's many factors that go into it. So one part of that, I guess, would be figuring out what makes you happy, what you like, and what you want in life.
I can attest and agree with that. One thing I've figured out in college, what I like or what makes me happy, is the time. I'm an introvert, and it may not seem like it, but I actually enjoy spending more time with myself than I do other people. And so making sure that I take myself out of the equation and giving myself space. So when I do feel like I'm overwhelmed or don't want to deal, I shut the world out, and that makes me happy.
And I think that's important. You have to be in tune with yourself so you realize that you need that time in that space. Because if you're someone who works and have other like school and work, you might just constantly be around people, and you have to be in tune so you can know like, all right, I need to step away for a minute. I need some me time.
Oh, a better example. Y'all really want to get to know me? So, I love food. I like to eat. If you haven't seen the pictures, check it out. But
What? Alicia, what?
I enjoy good food, period. And so I like traveling just to different places. So if I put those two together and I travel for good food, if I live in Maryland and I so happen to find a place all the way in Richmond that sells good Southern food and that's what I want, I will go there and go get it. And I will go by myself.
And how far is that?
About 2 hours from where I live.
Oh Lord.
That's the thing though, like I'll be by myself in my car with music. It makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's spending time with myself.
Oh wow. Yeah, I could agree on the wanting to be staying by yourself, because I definitely enjoy that. Just give me the TV and I'll be there all day, all night. Honestly, sometimes I don't even need the TV. It's just like I talk to myself a lot. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before, but I talk to myself a lot. So I guess that's how I get in tune with myself. And I'll have, let me not say full blown conversation. You sound crazy, but it's enough to keep me sane. So
No, seeing Olivia talk to herself though is like top 5, one of the funniest things ever. Because she'll like point at everything like, yeah, right, and like she'll have like be pointing her finger, having a whole conversation. Like this girl is crazy, but you know, it's
oh my gosh. But yeah, it puts you in your own thoughts, I guess, and you get to just think about everything. I enjoy it. So hey, try it out, y'all. Try it out.
Another part of building a relationship with yourself is disconnected from the things or people that aren't serving you.
The negativity. Whew.
and this could be challenging because you could have negative people as like family members, like friends. I watched the Instagram video, so I'm kind of getting that from this. The guy was saying that it's easier to cut friends out who are negative because that's your friend. Like you could just easily distance yourself. But if you have a negative family member who you may talk to 5 times a day, you still have to find a way to kind of like distance yourself from them because you don't need all that negativity.
Nope, block.
So it's harder when it's your family.
Block. Block. What you call them? No tech. Block.
So what is it with someone's father?
Unless they live with you, that's how it gets hard.
But I guess, yeah, the importance is finding that balance for you and how much you can tolerate of that person. But even though they are family, you do not have to tolerate all the negativity because it's draining and you need to keep your energy.
She's nicer than I am. Block.
Oh my gosh. Or just finding the energy to tell people off. I mean, that can be that's me. Sorry. That's me.
Don't apologize for who you are.
Yeah, I mean, find a nice way to tell people off. And it's for your sanity. And if they can't handle that, they'll probably not talk to you again, or they'll keep saying smack, and then that's when you get blocked.
So I think my thing is I be having conversations with myself in my head a lot. So I can argue with somebody because I like to get my point across. Even if we agree to disagree, you gonna know how I feel. But it becomes like a certain point where like if you're arguing with somebody, you're telling that person off so much and it's not doing anything but like quote unquote for me making me feel better in that moment. But at the end of this conversation, it's still going to be like negative energy or issues. In my mind, I'd be thinking like, okay, that's fine. I'm gonna just distance myself. And then you know how many people are on my distancing list? Like I feel like I'm gonna be lonely as hell when I get older, or like when I move out on my own and I talk to anybody because it's just like I can't have people stress me out. So I guess that's why like I try to find a balance. Because if I block everybody, it's just me. I mean, that might be actually good though. It might be
I say blocking people is for your own sanity and your good. At a certain age, you get to a point in your life where you have to ask yourself, who is more important? Is it you or the other people that's in your life? Because I'm not, like I said, I'm not tolerating anything. I'm not tolerating anybody's disrespect. I'm not tolerating anybody's input and like negativity into my life. So if I decide that for myself, I respect you from a distance. We don't have to talk every day, and that will be okay. Like, I'm just going to disconnect myself from you and the things that do not give me purpose and aren't pushing me forward, because I wasn't put here to just, for you to just do whatever you want and say to me. Because the moment that I say something back to you, you either, I guess if you're an older person, like cousin, family member or something, you want to have something to say. But as soon as I say something to you, it's going to be an issue. No, instead of before it get there, block.
And I think that's really important because some people just think like, oh, that's your family, you just have to put up with it. But if it's really affecting you, you have to, like you said, put yourself first and realize like this isn't working. I need some space. I need distance. I don't need anything from you. Like it depends on the situation, I guess. But that's really important.
One of the realest things I've seen was, it was on Instagram, and it was during like one of the holidays, like Mother's Day or Father's Day, and it was saying something about like not having, like, if your parents are toxic, you don't have to continue to be in like an abusive relationship with them. And I think that I don't know. I think it goes hand in hand. It's like family is supposed to be family. You're gonna love them, but that don't mean you have to be a part of their toxicity and take whatever they're giving.
Like unfortunately, like just because that is your family member doesn't, like just because you were born into that family doesn't mean anything. And a lot of people say like your friends are more your family than your family are. Can't help how you were born or what family you were born into, but your friends, you get to choose them. So those are people who actually can probably gain or add value to your life because you chose them. One quote, it's a family quote, excuse like the French in it, but my grandmother used to say like just because they're your family, like who cares? And she would always say F them all, big and small, titles to the side. Like it doesn't matter who you are, if you're not serving me, then forget you.
Okay, grandma.
I know, right?
Another piece is disconnected from the world. We mentioned it before, of just needing me time. Do things that give you purpose, that serve you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I guess this could be more like personal, but a part of, I think, the three of us, part of our relationship with ourselves is spiritual healing or cleansing. We believe in God, and not saying you have to. This is like obviously an unbiased show, but that's a part of our relationship with ourselves. I feel as though I am God. Like God is me. So everything like I am is because of God. So how can I have a relationship with myself and he not be all up in it? So,
but God is the first important relationship that I have.
And then me.
And then
That's what I meant.
the last piece of building a relationship with yourself is detoxing. Detoxing for me, it comes in various ways. That is like detox waters. So if you ever been on Pinterest or on Facebook and you've seen like different like recipes of strawberries mint in a water, I do those because they provide different things like cleansing for your body. That is part of it. Like releasing toxins from your body. We consume so much on a daily basis. It's important to detox your body and detox yourself.
detox your body for your physical needs, your spiritual needs, your mental needs. Like you just need to detox and just get the negative energy out. I guess some people do this by meditating. Some people do it by praying. Some people, it's various ways, but detoxing, I think, you should probably do it. I don't know how often you may need it, but it definitely should be a part of it. Yeah.
Agreed.
I would say daily. If you want to, like
Honestly,
twice a week,
that's like optimum. Really.
5 days a week is least the bare minimum. 7 days a week is the needed.
Especially if you're talking about water and meditating and praying. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Oh, wow. I never thought of it being that essential, but you guys make a good point.
And I mean, working out is a part of it too, because it's just like you have to make sure you're feeling okay and your body's in like the best shape or condition it can be in. I know like a lot of people don't like working out. I drag my feet, but it does make me feel a lot better after I work out.
Some practices to consider when building a relationship with yourself are caring for your needs, being selfish with yourself, being in tune with yourself, regularly making time for yourself, such as being intimate.
That's
Ooh.
a good start. And of course, this list can be longer and grow from here, but this is like the basics of starting that relationship or building it with yourself. Yes, it is. So we talked about building a healthy relationship with yourself, but also recognizing when you are in a unhealthy relationship with yourself is also very important. It's like being in an unhealthy relationship with someone else. You know those signs. So knowing the signs of when you're in an unhealthy one with yourself, what can that look like and what do that look like?
But this will actually help you transition into starting to build a relationship with yourself. Once you can see the negative signs, you'll figure out how to get out and start building a healthy relationship. So,
Can you guys do you guys know when your relationship may need some like boosting or sprucing? When
self-doubt.
When I'm stressed out. I can tell when
I was supposed to say, is that all y'all say?
I personally could tell when my relationship is unhealthy with myself when God and I are not connected as we usually are. That means somewhere along my walk, I stopped doing what I needed to do to be connected to Him. It wasn't on Him. I just, maybe one day I stopped praying, and then the next day I just stopped praying. And then maybe I fell asleep when I was praying. But I think that is the biggest sign like, even when I'm stressed, but I'm stressed because I have not been doing what I need to do to be connected to be connected with God. Also,
I agree with that. When you have a longing, like, damn, I think I need to be doing this again, then that's when you gotta start. But on my end, I would say self-doubt, like having so much negative thoughts. And then sometimes I would just have to automatically amp myself up just to like snap out of that negativity and be like, you could do it, Liv. You could do it. Like, come on. And then even like subconsciously doing that, you still have those negative thoughts in your head at the same time. So you definitely know that you need some work on that. So, yeah.
I guess I need to figure out what to do after I recognize, because I don't think my relationship is the healthiest right now. And I guess I recognize that because my life is a bit chaotic. I have a lot going on. I'm not organized. My room is disgusting. Oh, I just put myself out there, but it is what it is.
it happens.
I haven't been like, usually on my way to work. With quarantine, I kind of like messed it up too. I would listen to a sermon every day on my way to work. I stopped listening to sermons, and not in return, but as a result, I haven't been praying as much and talking to God that much. And I just feel like my life is at a standstill right now. Like, it's just, I'm not doing anything. I'm just here. And well, hopefully this episode gives me tips on how to make it healthy again. Because now I'm struggling.
I think that it's interesting that you brought that up because it's one thing in recognizing that you have an unhealthy relationship with yourself, but it's a thing of when you don't do anything to start rebuilding that healthy relationship with yourself. You stay stagnant in that unhealthy space and don't move forward with it. So for Mira and I, since we both brought it up, when we don't feel connected to God, I think something I do in a moment to move myself forward is to pray right then and there when I recognize that my relationship isn't where it needs to be with Him. And sometimes I don't even feel like, I still don't be feeling like praying because I know I didn't probably done some things. I'm just like, he don't want to hear from me right now. And so it's calling somebody to support you, having an accountability partner for any part of your life where you feel stagnant or you feel that you are having that unhealthy relationship with yourself. It's like propelling yourself forward by having somebody else support you.
And I think we need to challenge ourselves because I've been lazy. Like, I know what I need to do, but I just don't feel like doing it. Just have to go through with it. Know what you need to do and take action. Because I can call Alicia and she can pray for me real quick, but will I actually do it? No, because I'm lazy and I'm just stuck in my bunk.
I personally think having a timeline, as simple as it seems, or as simple as the task may seem, putting out a timeline, things that you want to progress in, set a timeline like, okay, maybe I want to get up to this point at this certain time, and make it realistic, because change takes a while. Bad habits are hard to break. So making a timeline might be more effective, and just thinking that you can just automatically just switch over just like that. Just because you recognize something unhealthy doesn't mean that you can just automatically, like, all right, I'm going to do good this time. So yeah, being realistic with yourself, and it's okay to relapse. I guess that's the proper word for it. To relapse, just make sure you can get back in the middle and keep it going.
But I think the key piece that you're saying is like motivation is how do you motivate yourself to do what you need to be doing? If you're missing the motivation, how are you getting that piece to actually recreate that healthy relationship with yourself?
Maybe I think that's also another part of like being in tune with yourself, or maybe since you might be in this good mindset, like, oh, I need to improve on this, writing things down that'll make you improve. Like if exercising is something I want to work on, maybe following people who exercise every day and post motivational videos, like knowing what things will help you with the motivation and get the ball rolling.
And having like a good support system, people speaking good things to you. I guess just like how they were saying, surround yourself by those things that you want to be. And even like family members, even though we kind of down them a little bit because you can't get rid of them necessarily, but having family members like that just supporting you and telling you what a great job you're doing, even how minor it is, it works. Like, you think it's just like little words they might be saying, but it boosts your confidence, and those are definitely essential for your growth as a person also. So surrounding yourself with positivity, I would say.
I would say two things with that. First, to go off your point of having like a support system to like motivate you and support you, but also how are you motivating yourself? Like intrinsically, are you, I even got one good for you. So I do like self motivation. One of the things I did to, I guess, build and create a healthy relationship with myself is I looked in the mirror and told myself every day for 25 days straight that I was beautiful.
Ooh.
Building self confidence in myself. And like speaking, you have to speak to yourself and into you. Or in college, we used to write what? The little sticky notes with positive words and affirmations on them
Yes,
and stick them on our
affirmations. Yep.
mirror and
I
stuff.
still do it. I
Like
still do
you have
it.
to feed yourself good energy and positivity because the world will literally chew you up and spit you out.
Yeah, I think both are important because you need other people, but at the same time, you can't just depend on people like, oh, if I don't have this
True.
person today, I'm not going to be okay. No, you got to dig deep in yourself and motivate yourself, but it is also nice to have people. So both are very important.
And my other point was setting realistic expectations. Do not set yourself
Mhm.
up for failure. If you know you can't do something within 20 days, try 5 and then move the timeline up. But do not start somewhere where you know you can't be and then try
Yeah,
to get there.
I think smaller goals are more
more effective.
beneficial than,
Smart and smaller.
yes, small goals, yes, are more
Hmm.
beneficial than like large goals.
One
I hate
end game and small goals in between.
Accountability too, because it's like, oh, in a year I'll do this, but that year might roll around and you haven't prepared properly to get to it. So
Exactly.
yeah, smaller goals are better because it's like, okay, and what did I say? Did I just say in a year I'm going to do this? But say like in a year I'm going to buy a house. But with smart goals, you need to. This month I'm going to see if I can get a mortgage. This month I'm going to save this amount. Like you have to give
Yeah.
yourself, yeah. But that's a part of smart goals. If you guys don't know what that is,
So SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable or achievable, realistic, and timely goals.
yeah.
Hmm. I never knew that. So
It's
Really,
broken.
girl?
I've never heard of that. No.
Oh,
My
Be
job
learning
actually told me that.
something.
yeah. We helping everybody out.
I use it on my job daily. That's how I stay so organized. Okay.
I heard about it, but I don't practice it. I need to get out of this laziness. Gosh, I know how to do better, but I don't.
So now we need to. FYI, she didn't tell us any of this until now, so therefore we now will hold her accountable.
See, that's the part. I don't know if I'm ready for that.
So we're talking about actually having or creating these healthy relationships with yourself. What is your ideal healthy relationship with you?
Ideal relationship with myself looks like just casting away all negative thoughts. Like I easily get sucked up into negative thoughts and that like drives me crazy. Like anxiety goes to 100 real quick and just scaling back down and not subconsciously thinking them in the back of my head as much as I try to like motivate myself again. You still thinking about these negative thoughts and I'm trying to be where I can be just positive like right away. I mean, that sounds it's not very ideal, but hey, I think I can work on it. So, yeah. And just I don't know. I'm working on just like being by myself and just like having fun with me, just learning new things about me. So, I'm still a work in progress. So, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm getting there.
Okay. So I would say the ideal relationship with myself looks like having a strong, healthy, and amazing relationship with God, being in tune with myself so I realize when I'm not okay and I might need to do something or I need a break, being confident and being confident in my decisions. I'm very indecisive and I do
Ooh.
care about what other people think, so I need that to be gone. Loving myself unconditionally and making sure I have everything I need to be successful. That's like my SMART goals. I guess that's when that comes in. But yeah.
Um,
Mm.
I like that. Y'all are
I
great.
know. Well figured out, right?
Well figured out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good. That's definitely good. Don't be me. Be like her.
Oh, Lord.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's okay not to know, but a work
Yeah.
in progress.
But if I had to actually pinpoint of what an ideal healthy relationship with myself is, I would say it's continuing learning more of what I like, what I won't deal with, and loving me unconditionally to the point of like loving all of me. I'm almost 100% there, honestly, of loving all of me, no questions asked, even down to my smart mouth and my sassy attitude. If you don't like it, oh well.
Oh
Not changing
Lord.
for you or nobody.
Because it ain't going nowhere,
It
y'all.
ain't going nowhere. Sorry. Actually, sorry, not sorry.
Oh
Um,
Lord.
but it's just being more authentic me and having that strong connection and relationship with God no matter what. Oh, that's the only way it's changing if he tells me I need to change my attitude. Okay, got it. Um, but in a nutshell, that is what my ideal healthy relationship is continuing to love me, love on me, and finding people who love me for me. like being surrounded around people who will love me for who I am and help push me to grow.
Me.
Hey,
You.
I know that was all over the place, but that's
No,
what it is.
I think it was great.
Negativity is the wrecking ball to self confidence. Positivity is the building blocks to self confidence. So if you feel like that you are lonely, turn that negativity, that negative feeling of being lonely, into a positive. Learn how to create a healthy relationship with yourself. Start building. Start finding out what you like, what you don't like. Start disconnecting yourself from the world, disconnecting yourself from other people and things that may not be serving who you are. Get to know yourself, flaws and all. Be unapologetically you, but always leave room for yourself to grow as a person. We hope you enjoyed today's episode.
Thanks for joining us on the couch. Talk to you next week when we discuss insecurities. Please subscribe to our podcast, share it with your family and friends, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Bye
We
now.
out.
Baby, how you feeling? Woo, girl, need to kick off your shoes. Gotta take a